Hey, Miles Beckler here, milesbeckler.com, and in this video we're going to answer the question, what do I do now that I've figured out what niche I'm in, right? So this is kind of the transition and the segue from the research phase in building your business online and getting over to the kind of action phase and where you start to see the results and it gets really a lot of fun. I gotta state and stress the importance of spending the time needed to find the niche that really suits you. What really is kind of a match and alignment with your personal DNA, with your personal passions and what excites you, because this path you're going down is potentially a long path, right? To build a sustainable lifestyle business online, it takes years. So this has to be something you're interested in, you're passionate about, and you're ready to be creating marketing content and content every day for the next several years. So if you haven't found that niche yet, go back and look through the niche videos. If you have, here's how we move forward from this point. Now, to quote Jay Abraham, everything is a test from this point on. So now that you have your idea of what your best niche is to go into, you need to test that idea. And specifically, you need to test that idea as quickly and inexpensively as you possibly can. Now, there's an idea out there about a minimum viable product, right? Let's say you're thinking about building a new widget, a new type of pet collar, like a shock collar thing that shocks dogs when they bark to get them to stop barking, or something along those lines. Terrible example, but just stick with me for a minute. It'll make more sense, right? So one theory or one kind of like area of thought is go create a minimum viable version of that and try to sell it. I personally think that's the wrong advice. I think that's the wrong direction to go because you're spending a lot of time and money building something that you don't know if anyone will actually purchase or not. I think you should create a sales letter and create a funnel around this, a minimum viable funnel around this, and see if you can get anyone to click on a buy button. If they do click on a buy button, you can actually sell a product that you haven't created yet and instantly go back in and refund every single person who purchased from you and say, hey, I'm back ordered on my product right now. I'll update you when that comes available and you can purchase at that point in time, right? What you need to see is, I like to see data that I'm able to get paying customers before I put any energy beyond attempting to sell a thing. So let me give you a real world example of this from my business and my wife's business. A few years ago, we realized we wanted to grow a membership program. It's kind of all the rage, right? You get the residual income from upfront efforts, and we knew we wanted to go in the direction of making a membership based or a recurring based business model kind of within what we had been doing. So what did we do? Well, we sat down and we thought, okay, what are all the things we can offer on a monthly membership? And we wrote those down, and then we essentially wrote a sales letter promising those items. We didn't go out and create all of those items. That would have taken weeks at least to put it all together, and sometimes you get stuck in the cycle of like, oh man, I gotta make it perfect, and that wasn't good enough, let me redo that video, let me do that one again, and you can go weeks and months and weeks and months of actual creation before you have any proof that it's going to work. So what we did, again, we wrote a sales letter selling this membership that was literally empty at the time we launched it. So we essentially launched a promise. This is the hat over the fence idea, right? We threw our hat over the fence and we put it out there to the public, and the idea was, if people in our audience, if our audience purchases this, we'll go create everything we've said we would create on the schedule we said we create it. If no one purchases this, great. We now know that nobody wanted that, and we're not going to waste any time creating that. Here's what happened. People purchased. And not only did they purchase, we got a lot of sales on day one, and it hit us like, oh wow, the audience is ready for this. This was indeed the right idea. This was the right product, the right message for this market. Let's go create this. And what did we do? We spent 3 or 4 days and we hustled and we created a core, a beginning. It was that first series of items that they get right when they join into the membership. And from that point on, we had a schedule that we had promised in that sales letter. And here we are. I believe it's been about 4 years that we've been building this membership program, and we're still running this membership program to this day. Right? So what we did essentially was created the minimum viable funnel possible. We had a sales letter and we had a purchase button, and that purchase button tied directly into PayPal. We weren't even accepting like real credit cards at the time that we started selling this membership program. And ever since we launched it, it's evolved several times. It's a little bit different than what it was. It's got some new stuff in it that we weren't originally offering. We've removed some of the things that we were originally offering to make it really kind of as good as our members wanted it. And it's been a great residual income stream for us, to be perfectly honest. So let's take this and shift it on you, right? Enough about me. How does this fit in with what you're doing? So there's two main areas that you need to test as quickly as possible. Number one is your opt-in idea, right? Now in the comments below, I'm going to put a video series. It's a link to a 4-part video series that's going to show you exactly how to build a funnel very quickly, very easily on WordPress. You should be able to get all of this done. If you don't have hosting, if you don't have WordPress, if you don't have a funnel building theme yet, literally you're talking about $300 and you have a year's access to build as many funnels as you need to test till you get it right. This is very, very inexpensive. That's less than a month of ClickFunnels premium product. So a year of cost for a month. What you need to do is you need to build out your minimum viable funnel. Look at the WordPress funnel link below to show you exactly step-by-step how to do that. And one, you need to test your opt-in offer, right? Can you give something away that people like and they're willing to exchange their email address for in exchange for a piece of item, some sort of a piece of content, a how-to training, a free report, right? Number two, you're trying to test, can you sell them something? Now, the cool part about this is you can actually promote an affiliate product. You don't have to go create the product. You can go find someone who has a product that fits the needs of this audience you're looking to serve within your niche, and you can sell their product and see if anyone purchases that. If that works well for you, you can replace it with your own product in the future, or you can run an affiliate-based business very, very effectively. If you don't find any affiliate products in your niche, then you can create a sales letter for the idea of the product you think is going to work for your niche and see if you can sell the product. I recommend you go actually to checkout and you actually let people check out for this product that's not there. You can go in and refund them in Stripe. You can let them know it's back ordered, or you can let them know, hey, I'm having a little delay, and you can go create the first module or the first piece or the whole product in 24 hours and deliver it to them and say, sorry, it was a little late for the first 10 people who buy, and it'll be right on time for the next people who show up and buy. And at that point, you'll have data of whether this idea is going to work or not. Because that's really the concept here of testing the funnel and everything being a test is you need to put a lot out there in this game and you need to see what actually works. You need to see what data comes back. You need to see what drives sales. You need to see what will actually get you opt-ins, right? And when you see you have a system that's generating opt-ins for you and it's generating sales, boom, you're there. Now it's all about optimization, tweaking the funnel, testing different products, testing headlines, and all that kind of fun stuff. So in addition to the WordPress funnel training series that's going to be in the comments below, I'm also going to link you to my minimum viable funnel video right below that. And this video is the one that will show you the bare minimum of what you need, right? Like, I don't want you even to create a minimum viable product. That's too much effort. Let's create the minimum viable funnel. Let's see if you can get some ads running and you can get some opt-ins and you can get some sales going. If you do, that's the kind of data you need that reinforces the idea of, yes, you have indeed found the right niche. Continue to go down this path. If you're not able to get anybody to opt in for your free offer or to purchase your product, you might still be in the right niche. What you would want to do at that point in time is go find someone in your niche who's selling an item to people in your audience and go start to reverse engineer what they're doing. Look at their sales page. Look at their unique selling proposition. Look at what their opt-in giveaway is. Start to reverse engineer what is working for those people in your niche who are successful and incorporate those kinds of ideas and that kind of concept into your funnel and stick with it. You know, my first funnels were terrible. My first attempts at internet businesses failed. My first attempts at dozens of businesses nearly failed, right? It took a while to get this to work, but the trick is, the big trick is test as quickly and inexpensively for yourself as you can, and then let the data tell you what you do next. Do you try another headline? Do you try another test? Do you test a whole new product? Do you test a whole new niche? And you kind of keep testing out in these different areas. You're feeling out the audience, you're feeling out the niche, you're trying to figure out what's going on, and at some point, something's going to happen. Something's going to work. And all of a sudden, you're going to get consistent leads. You're going to get consistent opt-ins. You're going to get people taking you up on your offer. And at that point, the data will show you the way, and then you follow the data and you create more of that and you refine that which you've created. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm Miles Beckler at milesbeckler.com. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up here in YouTube. It helps me get the reach out on these videos, and leave me a comment if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer your questions in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe so you can get the next videos as they're released, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for your time.